Dangote is still the richest in Africa. Nigerian billionaire Aliko Dangote has topped the 2022 list of Africa's richest persons for the 11th year in a row, Forbes magazine said in a report. Dangote's wealth jumped from $12.1 billion last year to an estimated $13.9 billion. Forbes attributed the growth to a 30% increase in the stock price of Dangote cement, his most valuable asset. A surge in housing development in Nigeria and growth in government infrastructure spending drove higher demand in the first 9 months of 2021, the magazine said. Two other Nigerian billionaires, Abdul Samad Rabiu and Mike Adenuga, ranked 6th and 7th richest persons on the continent with estimated values of $7 billion and $6.7 billion, respectively. The report added that Africa's billionaires were richer than they had been in years, despite the global pandemic. As a group, the continent's 18 billionaires were worth an estimated $84.9 billion, a 15% increase from 12 months ago and the most since 2014, when a larger number of billionaires, 28, were worth a combined $96.5 billion. On average, the continent's billionaires were worth $4.7 billion now, worth $3.4 billion in 2014, with soaring stock prices from Nigeria to Zimbabwe, lifting the fortunes of these tycoons as demand for products from cement to luxury goods ticks up. Jumping into the number 2 from the list spot, up from number 4 last year, was luxury goods magnate Johan Rupert of South Africa. More than a 60% surge in the share price of his company Financier Richemont, maker of Cartier watches and Montblanc pens, pushed his fortune to $11 billion, up from $7.3 billion a year ago, making him the biggest dollar gainer on the list. South African Nicky Oppenheimer, who formerly ran diamond mining firm De Beers before selling it to mining firm Anglo American a decade ago, ranked number 3, worth an estimated $8.7 billion. The biggest gainer in percentage terms, up 125%, was Strive Masiyiwa of Zimbabwe, worth $2.7 billion, up from $1.2 billion last year. Shares of Econet Wireless Zimbabwe, which he founded, rose more than 750% in the past year, helping to drive up the size of his fortune. Nigeria's Abdul Samad Rabiu is $1.5 billion richer after taking yet another of his companies public. In early January 2022, Rabiu listed his sugar and food firm, Boa Foods, on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. He and his son retained a 96% stake in the company, which recently had a market capitalization of nearly $2.8 billion. Boa Cement, in which he and his son had a 96% stake, was listed in January 2020. According to the report, only 2 of the 18 billionaires are worth less than in 2021. Coles Becker of South Africa, who dropped to $2.7 billion from $2.8 billion as the share prices of consumer internet firms Naspers and Prosus fell more than 20% each. Mohamed Dewji of Tanzania, whose fortune declined to an estimated $1.5 billion from $1.6 billion a year ago due to lower multiples for publicly traded competitors. The 18 billionaires from Africa, who were not new to the ranks, also hailed from 7 different countries. South Africa and Egypt each had 5 billionaires, followed by Nigeria 3 and Morocco with 2. All of the continent's billionaires were men. The last woman to appear in the ranks, Isabel dos Santos of Angola, fell off the Forbes list in January 2021. Forbes noted that the list tracked the wealth of African billionaires who resided in Africa or had their primary businesses there, thus excluding Sudanese-born billionaire Mo Ibrahim, who is a UK citizen. If you enjoyed this, please like, share and subscribe so you can get notifications.